unsearchable rid himself.
Yeah, by the law which is unsearchable rid of themselves. Telling you that you ain't under the law, but you're under mercy and grace. Read.
So I consider the world, and behold.
Say, consider the world. The world. He looked down and looked at the world. And behold what?
There was peril because of the devices that were come into it.
There were dangers because of the things that they have created, whether it was verbally or physically. You know what I mean? The things that they created, all the devices that they created, to do what? To take you off your path of everlasting life. Remember, you think Esau don't know what was given to Jacob? He knew that we were blessed with what? Eternal life. And he was blessed with what? The fatness of the land to live by the sword. Most High's not alive. That's what he had. And that's what he was doing. So, this perpetual seed have corrupted what? The minds of how people think. Especially, I mean, they are so influenced by this Western society, the whole world. Except for those that have their own so-called nation, like the Arabs ain't influenced that much. That's why they're against it. But they tell you that Ishmael should be a wild man. In this sense, it gets all the things. So, and they fulfilling that. Most High's not about it. But all they doing is going out and trying to get the resources, everything they can get, man, minerals and resources, you know, diamonds and oil and everything they can get, man, out of the ground, killing masses of people. A perpetual seed. He says, so he considered the world, and behold, there was peril. That's danger. Peril means danger because of the devices that were come into it. And you realize how dangerous it is if we read the laws and they tell you not under the law, you got to follow that law. That's real dangerous for us. Because he says there'll be more that perish than them that's going to be saved. He already told us that. And he said he's going to tell us over and over again through the prophets, through the apostles, through a Mashiach Yahushua, and through the men that's going to have to bring forth the truth in the last days. And he said he don't want to see none of us perish. But we got to do the right thing. We got to work according to the laws of the Most High, according to what he tells us to do. If we read this, they know you can think about it, don't mean I can do it, maybe I don't have to. Y'all read? I ain't never read that. Maybe you can do this. It could be like maybe like this. That's what explanation they give in these study Bibles. That don't exist with the Most High. Do it? Y'all read that before? I ain't never read nothing like that. But that's why they break it down. Because they don't know. Come on, y'all gonna go to Wikipedia to determine this truth? It kills me how they say the Strong's Concordance don't give you the whole truth. How the hell are they gonna say the Strong's? Who made the Strong's Concordance? That everything that you know gonna come from there. They say this is the. I mean, come on, we know Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7 says that's for the way of both sides of Mashiach Yahushua. We have not known it. They have not what? Known it. See, everybody know. So you gotta think, man. Don't forget about this. That's why I say you gotta, like Joshua one day says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mind, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. But then thou shalt be prosperous and have good success. You see what I'm saying? But when you start thinking about things, when you don't think about this word during the time that you should be thinking about it, should I make that decision or not? Let me see what the Most High said. Okay, I remember. He said, no, don't do that. I remember somebody did that and what happened to them? Bam! Or, you know, they wasn't successful. Certain things happen. But when you follow the law of the Most High, then you start seeing the blessing because your faith gonna be strong. Because you can't say you have faith and you don't do what you say. Do you? You believe in yourself. Or somebody else to influence you in the wrong way. In this world, like I say, he considered the world, man, in dangers. Because you're in danger, man. I'm tell you, this is the time of Jacob's trouble. And you'll be in a lot of danger if you're not in the spirit to be able to know what's right from wrong. And there's no excuse. There's no excuse, man. My phone ain't ringing off the hook to say, hey, well, what about this, what about that, what about this, what about that? So you know. I tell y'all to read from Genesis to Deuteronomy. You never heard that before? Go over these laws? Huh? You heard that, right? Who didn't hear it? Who in here don't know that? Or even on the phone conference, y'all don't know that? So you got to go over these laws. You got to know what's right from wrong. So when you know what's right from wrong, you can have no excuse. I mean, ain't no excuse. You've been warned. Blood ain't gonna be on me. So I go over the laws. We go over the laws. We look at this. It's a book of laws. You see what I'm saying? He's telling us what's going to happen. This is the future. All these devices that's set up to send you straight to hell, right? Read on.
Verse 21. And I saw and spared the great.
You see all these devices that's set up to send us to hell. When he say he spared the great, read.
And have kept me a grape of the cluster.
A grape of the cluster. That's not one grape of a cluster of grapes. One grape, he said, a grape. He ain't talking about a lot of people. He said a grape amongst a cluster, a whole vineyard of grapes, man. Could that be all over the world?
Absolutely.
God, look at this, man. One grape out of a cluster. No matter how big the vine is, grapes. One grape. He said he kept one grape of the cluster. Read.
And a plant of a great people.
And a plant of a great people. Come on, read.
Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. And let my grape be kept, and my plant.
See? So let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. You know, I hope that's nobody that we know. Is part of this multitude that was born in vain, but the only way you know is to do what's right. You can't do what's wrong. You can't operate in wickedness, in breaking the laws of the Most High and think you're righteous, can you? No. That's why there's no excuse, man. Right. It said, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, read.
And let my grape be kept, and my plant. For with great labor have I made it perfect.
So you the Most High sin. That's why he gave us mercy and grace. He said, with great labor have he made it perfect. So this is what we have to do. This is what I got to look at. That's why I said I was the prelude, the Day of Atonement, and then we're going over according to the works. It's very important that we change and we try our best to do more. And stop being lazy and slothful. We got to go through slothful and laziness again too, because it's more that can be done, that you can look at, okay, well, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, people go to church on the first day. They've been doing that forever. So that's all you're doing is like that. But they do more than you if they go to church on the Bible study. And if they go to church on their choir rehearsal, they gather themselves more than you. If you spend that time, not spending the time, I might say, coming together or doing what you're supposed to be doing and working. To try to put works in the book for yourself so that you can make it. Because there's people that are doing this, they really sincerely doing it. You say, okay, well, they already used to it. We used to do this 7 days a week without no excuses. Work, whatever, you go to work, you get work, whatever shit, you get off, you come to school. Just be like that, regardless. 7 days a week, man, we was doing something for years. Now look at young brothers coming in, it's like, oh, okay, y'all just wouldn't have been it, you just wouldn't have been making it, you would have been doing it. There wasn't no internet, wasn't no television, with no conference and all this stuff, man, you had to be there in the flesh to do this. And deal with it. Work out, then come to classes and so forth. You know what I mean? So it was stringent. It was making you, learning you how to be a man, how to take discipline, how to be disciplined, how to take orders, and how to be really disciplined. You know what I mean? And not put off that weak nature. You're gonna be no infeminine up in there. You see what I'm saying? No infeminine men gonna make it to the kingdom. And that's how the world, like I say, we just said, their rock is not like our rock. All right, their rock wants you to be effeminate. They want you to be almost like, worse than women. Women stepping up and doing more than men. They want to be men. They want to says what it says. 7 women gonna take hold of one man. But that's a righteous man, not no infeminate man, not no man that gonna feel, wow, I can just run over this cat. They don't want that. They don't want to be rewarded with a righteous man when it's going out. That's why you gotta be ready, man. The only way you're gonna be ready is to do what the Most High said. Follow him. That's how that's gonna be raised up. It ain't nothing that's just gonna come out of osmosis. You don't get it. It's gonna fall into your hand. Now I got all the law, man. And it ain't gonna be like that, man. You gotta, like he's laboring to make you perfect. But it's on you. The study to show yourself approved to the Most High. You gotta put some work in. This ain't just coming to you like you come in here and you gonna get it. I'll close this book up, start asking questions, then you'll see if it's all in you yet. But things that I know I went over in the spirit, because I know you need these things. As a people, we need certain things. In the spiritual, there's a law of the spirit. Because the Levitical law, you got the Levitical law, what about the law of the spirit? What about the order of Melchizedek? I've been through the law of the spirit, trying to get you to see that as we put up with the law, the Levitical law, to the law of the spirit, so we go to the order of Melchizedek. We can't get there because you can't get this bottom level right here. Everybody talking about the law, but what about your faith and about Shah? That's when you get into the spirit, the law of the spirit. When you start seeing things happen, that's miracles in your life, man. Because you believe, your faith gets stronger and stronger. You're doing what's right, you know what's right, according to the law. Then you go into the law of the spirit and start operating with the laws that you already know this. You're doing that like you know how to ride a bicycle. Right. Do you got to keep on learning how to ride a bicycle? You know how to swim? Somebody got to keep on throwing you in the water to teach you how to swim? Come on, that's what the law is. Once you know the law, then you know the law. But if you don't know, you got to keep going over and over again. It's like, man, come on. It's self-explanatory. Anybody read something that you really don't understand? They got you baffled in the law? Nobody's saying that, so it must be pretty self-explanatory, right? Don't eat pork, strip, crab, the dietary laws, and do it to another chapter. You know what I mean? The moral laws, civil laws, we done went over these things. You gotta study to know, man. You gotta keep studying so that the spirit of the Most High will be in you, so you will be doing the right things. I'm glad somebody said God. Everybody else is suspect, huh? I know one thing. Everybody said they want to make it to the kingdom. God? Everybody want to make it to the kingdom. We all got to do what we got to do to make it. That's why I said it's very important. Give me y'all Proverbs 24 and 12. We're going to continue on according to your works.
Proverbs chapter 24, verse 12. If thou sayest, behold, we knew it not, do it not he that pondereth the heart consider it?
Yeah. If thou sayest, behold, we knew it not. Well, I didn't know it, but you just said you studied. You just said you studied. And that's the spirit. Because we ask for the Holy Spirit. I ain't just go here off of knowing that I need to go here. I go by the Spirit. From what I just said, what I just said about y'all dealing with the law.
There should be no point going over it because we've already been going into the law.
Right?
It should already be.
So you should be knowing it, right?
To the law.
Because you can read it yourself, right? From Genesis to Deuteronomy, right? Read it from the top.
Verse 12. If thou sayest,
Proverbs 24 and 12.
Proverbs chapter 24, verse 12. If thou sayest, behold, we knew it not, do it not he that pondereth the heart consider it?
Yeah. You say, I didn't know. Say, don't the Most High that pondereth your mind, don't you consider it? Read.
And he that keepeth thy soul, do it not he know it?
Yeah, don't the Most High know? You can say whatever you want to say to man, but Don't the Most High know? He know what you're doing, read.
And shall not he render to every man according to his works?
That's why you're going to render to every man according to his works. And what you're doing. You don't want to do it, it's no problem. It's just the Most High not going to be working with you. And don't let him send Satan on you. Satan, that's what he wants. The spirits always give him the negative that we do. They love reporters. Romans